What's up, Jay Graham? Good morning. I'm trying to figure out. I want to. Okay, K and M. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how much. That's the lowest. We'll see there. I don't. I want to put some fertilizer on, but I don't want to like overdo it. If you know what I mean. So here we go. This is the first using RCS. I did have a couple rounds that I tore up. I was gonna go wheat, and then I decided I wanted barley. That's pH. Oh, we need to be a little bit higher than that. Let's go maybe like there. Black screen. You don't see nothing? On my phone it shows it's playing through. Really? You got a black screen? God, we're getting just one more bump. I would think my audio would be worse than my. Really? Do you still got a black screen, Jay Graham? I hope not. Oh, this setup. Ain't this a solid setup? I say, that's interesting. This is a nice setup right here, fellas. Need to slow down. I think 6 would be fine. 8 just seems like, oof, that's what we're really doing her. Wish this corner was a little more square, but we'll get her figured out. Okay, we'll back up in here. And get this corner off. There we go. I did make my width just a little bit narrower because I was afraid on the outside edge it was going to be bad, but look at this. This does look cool. The ground texture looks awesome. I don't know if that's like a different ground texture, but man, I'm impressed with that. Solid tractor on here. Oh, baby, we're doing her this morning. How are you this morning, Jay Graham? Jay Swizzle, my nizzle, grizzle. Hopefully you're doing good. Alright, yeah, I want a little bit more maybe. What am I looking like? Get one touch more on that fertilizer. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your Christmas was good. It's nice and warm, you know. That's always fun. That guy's all done over there. So you can get the roller. Got the 970 on the roller. World 6. Oh, how you liking that? Man, that's I get it. There's a burnout in Farm Sim. I get it. I was really enjoying your Alma save. Your own the map. That was a good series. So this is how I was taught how to plant corners. If you're able to pull up like this. You're not always able to. But then this is how I was shown and taught. You kind of back yourself around back into the corner. This would be if you're just planting ends. Like if you're it's fun. Yeah, I used to play like a lot of the sim games, like the old sim games, like Roller Coaster Tycoon or Wasn't there one where you could build like a theme park or something? Yeah, like that. The Sims, Sim City, Sim Farm, all of the Sims. There was a trains. I don't even remember what that one was called. It might have been Train Simulator. I don't know what it was called. It was an older game. Like, shoot, now it'd been like 20 years ago. So I'm thinking 4 end rows. That'd get me 60 foot, and I'm running a 22-foot header, so that'd be about 3 passes on the end. I'm thinking that's what I want to go with. Does my audio sound good? Just making sure, because you just never know. Man, this is a solid setup. I don't know, just like this setup. Looks good. They did a nice job with this drill. It looks real nice. Have you used any of the RCS stuff, Jay Graham, or did that kind of come out once you took a break? And I get the break, I kind of get the break whenever we start farming, in real life. So then there's another way, like this corner, you can't get up in there. Now you leave that there, and then when you plant this row this way, you'll come all the way up into that corner. So we would kind of keep this like this. A little harder with non-square corner, but it's okay. Oh, you got Cortland. Oh, some people told me that I would really like that map because it's square farms and stuff. But I've never looked at it. Never played that map. I don't know. I don't mind all the scenery. I just like a little bit more of a square field just because AI workers work better and it just, I don't know. Like when you're cutting all this goofiness, I don't know. I'd rather just cut through. As you can see, I kind of like made this more grass. This is grass now, but then I cut this all in, cut this all in. Just kind of try to square it up a little bit. Morning, Rob. How are you, buddy? Look at this setup, Rob. Huh? Oh, wow. This is nice. I keep saying it. Jay Graham is probably like, "He shut up about it." I just like it. It's like, what sucks is like, unless you use workers and you can just let them go, um, you'll outgrow this puppy real quick. And maybe we'll keep this for wheat, but we'll plant beans with the like corn planter. If we go to 12 row, that's 30 foot, so you can cover the acres a little bit more with that. So we'll go like this. Back up into this corner. Here we go. I didn't mean to hit my planter like that. So I assume what I've already planted will stay planted, right? See, I don't know how this planter works because I think the front actually does something, right? Kind of wish it didn't do anything, but it'll be all right. Ooh, I'd say that's probably the worst thing about RCS, right? You can't really hire a worker. It sucks you can't get the back and forth workers no more. Like, get all your headlands done and you just want a guy to go back and forth. You can't really hire that no more, right? Can you? I guess I don't know. Bring this guy right up into here like this. Right into the woods. Not a real fan of turning with it in the ground, but get her. In the trees, oh yeah, we're gonna get all up in those trees. I wish this would have smoothed out a little bit more. Still seems a little hilly, rolly for my likings, but that's alright. See, yeah, I just don't know what my front. No, go straight. Yeah, like on my front's tearing it up. We might have to back into that corner a little bit. I like get these ends all planted, then we'll do the up and downs against the trees. Until we get up into there, and then we'll do those ends, the big end. Okay, yeah. I think the front's actually already setting the... That's okay. I'm alright with it. You guys have a good Christmas? Did you guys get anything fancy? Any kind of... Ooh, yeah, how's that gonna work on the ends here? Ooh. I might have to do my little... My fourth pass last. I might have to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Because if the front is gonna dig it out... Yeah, I never thought about that. Let's see once how it goes here. Does that seem like I dug that out or no? Yeah, see how it's digging it out? That's alright. Learn and live. Live and learn? Yeah. Maybe I might have to take that function of this planner out. Going forward. You know, we'll get through this. Oh, I didn't get all that. I need to come up to about right there. Although now, I don't know. Maybe I just... I really do like the in-game GPS. I have no problem running that. No problems at all. And even the worker, like, yeah, this worker guy he did alright. I mean, he missed those spots, but I don't know how well course play would have been. Or I did switch to barley. I was going to put wheat out, but then I thought, you know what, we'll put some barley out. Let's go right all the way up and see what happens. Yeah, I guess it isn't tearing it out. Maybe. Okay, now we're off the headland pass, so we need this pass here. I gotta get a water. Parched already this morning. Oh. Yeah, maybe it's not tearing it out like I thought it was. I really don't know what the front sections are doing. Back and forth, fellas, back and forth. Bush latte, ooh, spicy this morning, huh? I'd go for more of a mixer before a bush latte this early, but you know what they say, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Yes, sirree, Bob Rooney. Bush latte. Is that your... Do you like the bush lattes? I feel like that's kind of an Ohio drink, right? Oh, this barley field's gonna look exceptional, exceptional. So I would have no-tilled this in to the bean ground, but we needed it. It needed to be plowed, number one. They ain't bad, but I don't drink anymore. Yeah, it's probably better. I don't really drink, you know, a few a year. Yeah, but I would have no-tilled this into the beans. That's what we'll do from here on out, unless we gotta resize the field or something. But yeah, that's the reason I worked her down, was because, you know, we reshaped it, and it, as a whole field, it said it needed plowed. So I figured, well, we might as well get her plowed up. But yeah, with this seeder drill, whatever you want to call it, potato, we'll be able to just no-till it right into the ground, right in the bean ground. Showing optimal value for barley on solely loamy sand. Really putting the seeds in the ground, 200 of them a meter square. You doing a animal save out on Cortland, or are you just doing a just a regular old playthrough? J Swizzle my nizzle. Look at that, got all the hydraulics hooked up. I don't know what you'd have 4 of them for. I assume this is just, oh, I guess you could run the caulders off hydraulics, I'm guessing. I would think it would just be an up and down. Oh, it looks like, yeah, I guess they're... The front is different from the caddy. This might take some time there, huh, fellas? Yeah, I'm curious if you fire up a worker. We'll get them ends done over there, and then maybe we'll fire up a guy and see how well he does. I wonder how well he'll do. Probably not worth the poop. Would be my guess, Ronies. Yes, yes. I also feel like I play with the fog. I have that fog control mod in, where you're supposed to be able to turn that, you know, certain time, how much fog. I don't think it does a thing. Seems like it's still just foggy as can be. Oh. Yeah, that next pass will just roll right on through with her. Oh shoot, I didn't grab a baler. I guess we're gonna need a baler this stream by any means. So I'm a little disappointed. I rented that seed tender. Actually, no, I take that back. I think I bought that seed tender. And it's got 2 compartments, and I was thinking, well, that'd be great. I can go get bulk seed and bulk dry fertilizer for this planter. Here I go down there and I get bulk fertilizer, and it just fills up the whole thing. And I'm like, really? I don't know if that's a Giants. I just bought it. Is this a mod? Yeah, it's a mod. I would have thought, I was like, come on, really? I figured it'd have 2 compartments for, like, I could put 2 different things in there since it has a middle wall in it. I would have thought I could, yeah, put two different crops or 2 different commodities in there, but no such luck on my part. That's alright, that's alright. Yeah, we're gonna just take this one right on through. There we go. We'll get this end all planted up. do I just turn with it? Not ideal on my drill, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Get that barley sunk in the ground. I'm not a real big snapper, but it is a solid snapper right there. Yeah, I don't know why my outside pass seems like if I use the chisel, it doesn't get over there far enough. But if if I use the chisel, it does get over there far enough. But using this drill, it seems like it could still be narrowed up just a skosh in some spots. We're just gonna run this all the way down. Get these ends all done, nice and squared away. There he's taking gobs plenty. Gobs plenty. Still doing pretty decent on fertilizer and barley. Barley seeds. All the way up into this corner. Crank her around. Casey, what you doing up early, dude? It's probably only like 5:30 your time, ain't it? Because you're probably at least an hour behind me, I would think. But hey, good morning. How are you? Yeah, I could brush them back a little bit. I was trying to go for like one bush hog width around the outside. Some spots it's a little close. Yeah, you got to keep them. Well, we don't have mirrors on this rig, but the 3294 has some mirrors on her. I was just thinking, like I said, I put the this is just a base game globe, because I was trying to make it like while I'm using the GPS, but yeah, I got nothing on the inside here. I got room for some monitors. You know, I could get some stuff in here. I don't know where a guy would run it, right in front of you? Do you run it off to the side? Probably here in the corner somewhere. Just ripping her up this morning with the 1570. We're trying out this RCS. Is that what version of Ray County you playing on? The RCS version? I think the drilled texture looks sweet. Your textures don't look this good? I don't think I did anything. I mean, I didn't do anything to my textures. Okay, I want you to go straight. Yep, just keep going straight. Plan it all the way out to the end. There we go. Right into the trees. That's kind of cool to have someone else that farms in here. Like, this is kind of how we plan our ends. We just back around. And then you start in again. Is that kind of how you guys do it, right? I don't really know what your fields look like if you're all cut up. How everybody likes it in Farm Sim, all swervy and curvy. I'm like, you guys, in real life, you wouldn't want to put up with all that swervy and curvy, I can tell you that. Especially corn, it's just so hard when you shell to get it in the head. Not saying it isn't possible, because it is, but it's early. There's 12 people in here. Or my RCS don't work, maybe. I don't know. I'm not very savvy. I farm in the prairie potholes, so I wonder I can screw if I do. Yep. Prairie potholes? You guys irrigated? I don't really know anything about South Dakota farming, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You once made it kind of sound like maybe your ground isn't as fertile. Like, can you plant it every year, or do you have to let it lay fallow, or however you say that? I'm curious. Does it say I need to roll this field yet? It seems like I'm always saving. Saving. That's your nice one, J Graham. Nice. I mean, yeah, nice one. Yep. See, it needs rolling. I just don't understand. I would think if I rolled it and then drilled it, it should be fine. Let's see why I roll it after I drilled it. Or plan it. I wish there was a way to switch that. Maybe you guys are growing like a lot of small grains. Actually, I really don't know. South Dakota. Yeah, I would think up in North Dakota they raise corn and stuff, so I'm assuming you're probably raising corn and stuff. Square that up right there like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, J Graham. Let me read that, but I love it. I am never going to get... It's too much. Yeah, no, I'm never going to be... Sometimes I say a lot and I'm like, am I saying it too much? Your mom jokes. I mean, I'm just trying to get a laugh. That's all. I'm not out to make, hurt no one's feelings or do none of that. I'm just trying to get a laugh. Yes, we continuous crop. It's kind of like farming on top of a golf ball. With a bunch of little random sloughs. Call them all over. Sunflowers. Oh, really? So, let's see. I'm trying to think of maps that would be... There's really never been a South Dakota map, I don't think, right? The guy who did this map, No Creek, he did the, what is it, a Montana map? That Loam, or... Yeah, was it Loam? No. What was the map he did right at the end of 22? But that was, I think, Montana. There's obviously been some Minnesota maps. Let's see what he does here, does he? Work that down? Does it work that down? Sunflowers, that's crazy. You guys store, we talked about, Sim talked about this once, like, do you guys put them in a bin and store the sunflowers, or do you pretty much just direct sell those? Like, it's hard to store and keep them. That's why, there's actually a field of sunflowers in the town, in Fort Recovery, actually. Right on the east side of it. This year. I think I took a picture in Discord, but you'd have to look back a ways. Oh, gotta go all the way up. Get them back. Cedars in the ground. The other thing is too, you may have to go to a new version of this map that has RCS or something. Oh, I need to get on that next row. Yeah. My GPS on that one. Occasionally Milo as well, and safflower. Safflower? Yeah, store mine are oils trying to get into. Oh god, I'm not even confectionaries. Confectionaries. What's that? What are you trying to get into with that? That's cool. Like I don't know. All we know around here is corn, beans, wheat. Now the guy I work for, we started putting barley out last year. This first year, but we can feed the barley to the steers and heifers. So that's kind of new. That's all I know. Like I don't know sunflowers. I don't know potatoes or beets or sugar beets or whatever that. There's really not a lot of like garden farmers. Like I know that's pretty big like on the East Coast, but I'd like to raise food grade actual sunflower seed. Oh, I see. I'm guessing way more money on those. Hello from Australia. How's everyone doing this morning? Hello, Eli. I assume that's how you say your name. Or it's Elijah. It's probably Elijah. Sorry. I messed up your names. BD. Oh. Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just read it too fast. We gotta fix that. I can't. My first time and I can't. That was all my mistake. I was trying to. I looked away too quick. I think this is the only way to redo it. I must have tapped it because it looked like it was going straight. How's it down in Australia? So what time, Elijah, what time is it for you right now? I gotta tear that up, start over. I'm a very kind of a perfectionist. (9:38 p.m.) 9:38 p.m. Sunday. So you're like 12. You're like, God, you're a lot of hours ahead of us. Look at this beast. Ah, this is just the sweetest setup. A 970 with duals on her. The sweet delight. Did you roll before playing? Because it looks like, yeah, I did. I rolled with this roller right here. But I was hoping it would take away my roll needing to roll state, but it didn't, of course. Are you playing on the RCS version, Elijah? I didn't get over quite far enough where we might just roll with it. Get it? Roll with it. Anywho. That was just a little roll joke there. I wish the rolling, once you rolled it, it was good. Like, it didn't have to be rolled after you planted it. Yeah, I know. You're supposed, that's what, here, actually how we do it, you would roll before you plant. You would never, okay, I should say, the guys out west roll after they plant to smash the rocks down and whatever else. Where I live, you would do this before you planted to get a nice solid seed bed, a nice, yeah, you want a nice solid seed bed. And by that I mean, like, you don't want the big clumps and everything when you're planting, because then your planter doesn't do as nice a job if it's skipping over ones. But in the game, it wants you to roll after. And I need to figure that out. See if there's a way to change that, because, yeah, if I spend the time rolling, I shouldn't have to roll again afterwards. But solid question, yes. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Casey, around here, guys, so I've been raising food grade beans. That seems to be kind. I don't know if they call them. Not really called an edible bean, but they're called food grade beans. I don't know. I think they use them for more for the oils as well. It's not a very big thing because you got to do a lot of cleaning stuff out and whatever else. But I do know people do that kind of stuff around here. Yeah, just keep going straight there, fella. There we go. What about in Australia, huh? Oh, wait, did you say Australia or Austria? Yeah, Australia. Is that how you guys would do it down in Australia? I'm very unsure of the techniques down there for sure. We're gonna have to eyeball this. But that's still a headland pass. For whatever reason, that's how the headlands are done, but there we go. Nice. Yeah, you got, that's what I'm saying. There are places that do that around here. It's not common. I don't know anybody that really does that. I'm not saying it's not the right technique, but around here, yeah, we roll the mulchers or rolling baskets and the packers and stuff we do before. But I guess if you were gonna seed some hay, alfalfa, you would roll it down, then you would drill it, and then you would roll it again, just to kind of level her up a bit. I'm not saying it's wrong, 100%. I mean, just saying around here we would want it real nice, and I mean you can see that seed bed, that's real nice, and no clods. In this particular application, I wouldn't really need the front discs on this drill, but they're there, so we're using them. Yeah, I'd be curious if a worker would work correctly. Being with RCS. Anyone played RCS and used to worker? Like I have all the ends done. So if I would put it to 3. Good evening. It's what time? So yeah, if it's the evening, I need to know what time it is where you're at. Elijah said 9:38 p.m. We used to raise a ton of foundation seed wheat clean. That's that much, but it's a good way to add value. So you used to clean your wheat, you're saying? Clean it ourselves. Seed wheat, yeah. Yeah, I used to know guys that used to clean their own seed some, but yeah, I think it's really, I don't know why. Yeah, probably because of all the trait stuff anymore, and you gotta sign your saying whatever, you won't sell it or use it, I guess. Another Australia. Well, 10:45. So you're later than Elijah. Elijah's at 9:45. So you guys already know what's gonna happen. Was today a pretty good day? Was Sunday a good day in Australia? So, just curious, because there's 2 of you in here. Does this interest you guys? Like the American farming of this game? Does that interest you guys or no? Turn own and custom used around 50 to 70,000 bushel a year. Oh, I bet 50 to 70,000 bushels. 50 to 70,000 bushels. Dang, that's a lot of. You must have like a pretty high-end one, I would think. Cleaner. Man, that's a lot of. That's a lot of cleaning. Yeah, it's neat. It's neat streaming at this hour because yeah, it's just a matter of who do you get. So how do you guys? Did you guys find me because of YouTube algorithm, or are you in a Discord with me and you seen the link? Just kind of curious. So 4.2 is what I have it set at. So if I go 4.23, work direction is 90. 0 and 90 is what I always run. 0 is obviously north and south, 90 is the other way. Work the headlands off. 3. Okay. Let's see how this guy does if I just hire him up. Oof. This is what makes me nervous. Okay, do it right. Back up. Start over. Back up. You can do it, fella. You can do it. There you go. Oh, I should have filled the drill. Let's see how he does with the turnaround. At 200 bushels an hour, it wasn't high end. You just lived in a cleaning room. I'm in Victoria. Went to the live section. Found you. Oh, okay. To his thing. That's cool. Were there other people? I don't know. I guess I've never searched that before. Never that way. Okay, okay. You're gonna do what you want? Yeah. Okay. Now what are you doing? Where are you going? Okay, I don't trust you. You're making me nervous. I think I had 490. Yes, yes, yes. That made me nervous. I don't want my rows all messed up. I might have to do it on like a different save and just... Ooh, we gotta turn our seeder on. Try it out on a save first before I get all willy-nilly and let him turn loose. I think we can make a few more passes before we need... See what we kind of... Kern has the juice. Oh yeah, I missed that too. Hopefully I get like hyped up, J Graham, and get back in her. Yeah, corn, it's the juice. J Graham, were you running? I want to run something more for the animals. And I keep asking people this because I don't want to start and then find it to have conflicts. Were you using like enhanced animal or realistic animal or realistic livestock? Because I feel like I look at the realistic livestock, I basically copied this save into a different save and then I put the realistic livestock thing in it. I mean, it seems overwhelming to me. I don't really know what it all wants from me. Should I just use extended animal mod? Even if the AI doesn't do it your way, just let it do it. It will still get the field done. It will get it done quicker than trying to get into your way. Yeah, I know. This is like my first. So I don't know if you guys know this. This map is RCS. So basically, the rows, like when the crops grow, will follow the seeder, the way it's drilled. So if the AI guy starts, I don't know, if he drops it in the wrong and he gets it all crooked. Like I said, I'd rather just do it on a test save and see if he can do it and see how it goes. Because yeah, I usually use AI a lot. Like I kind of manage the workers, especially once you get any kind of size, because you know you can't do this for every field by yourself. You just can't. I mean, you can, but it just takes a lot more time. You got to slow the time down because, especially with little equipment like this, which it's not very unrealistic to use, you know, this to farm 5, 6, 700 acres, but in farm sim world, it takes a while. You got to have the patience to do it. We're starting to use more fertilizer. I was going to look at that earlier. How are we looking? Okay, we're getting some application. So we'll probably feed this in the spring. We'll feed this in the spring. I just was curious what kind of amount we were putting down. I would love to. There's my buddy. Hold on. By the way, I have the craziest farm I have ever made because my debt is 18 million. Yeah, that's a lot of millions. Good morning, Pleasant View, and everyone. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I did pickaxe. It was warm, which is unseasonable, which sucks because it was like super cold and snowy for a month before Christmas, and then comes week before Christmas and warms up. All the snow goes away. It's raining and doing its business, and Christmas is warm, but this is how it goes. But yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. How about you? How was your Christmas? Pickaxe, my longest channel member. I always like to point that out because I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that's a channel member, but he's been there right there from the beginning. From number one. You guys, you still driving dump truck? Pickaxe? My phone always gets delayed somehow 10 seconds or like, I already made that turn. Yeah, it was good. It was 80 degrees here. We ate dinner at the picnic. Yeah, it was like 50, almost 60, I think, here. Um, and yeah, I was like, man, I feel like we should be barbecuing instead of, um, eating supper inside or whatever. I mean, it's really not overly warm. It's not 80 by any means, but it's probably usually pretty warm down in Florida, though, ain't it? Well, your Christmases are probably never snowy. You probably never had a snowy Christmas, I wouldn't think, right? We probably aren't going to get to our. Are we going to get to shelling corn? When do you start shelling corn? September, probably more like October, probably next month. I would like to get that hayfield seeded right over there yet this month. I got it on 4 days. Well, it's supposed to be 26 on New Year's morning. Oh, wow. That's a big difference. That's a huge difference. I do want to get that um, hay seeded. Does he have alfalfa on this map? He does. Oh my gosh, we just missed our seeding window, right? Oh, that stinks. Can only see. Well, we could just wait and seed it in March. Or do I just put hay out, grass hay out? What do you guys think? Alfalfa or grass? Gonna run a few head of. Gonna get to the point of having some beef cattle. I work for the Peconi. Yeah, I knew you ran some other equipment at times. I think you were running some skid loaders and stuff like that. Are you saying you're running like an excavator and stuff? I'm excited to see this come up too. Like I don't know, excited to try this RCS stuff out. Elijah and Blog, are you guys playing like this kind of a map, like a raid count, like a United States map? I don't know if I'm assuming there's Australian maps. Australian maps. You could play on. I got this lonely deer. He's wandering around out here. What's up there, friend? I always get myself so zoomed out. I think we're gonna fill up on this round. We're down to 8%, 5%. We'll just swing over here and fill up quick. Well, I think what we'll do, yeah, we'll just swing around and fill up quick. Let's first fill with some seed here. Oh, okay. Then we'll pull underneath the spout here to get a little fertilizer. Oh, do I have to, how did I do this before? Oh yeah, what did I make it live? Um, I thought my open covers were left shift end. Oh no, I remapped it. Controls. Open, close. Okay, maybe I didn't. There we go. What? I know how did I fill this before? I don't think there are any Australian maps. I was on the road grader for a few months around a grapple truck. I operate the highlight bucket truck to take down dead trees. Oh, I know, probably. You gotta be probably in the truck. Is that how I did it? Or maybe I gotta start this thing again? I don't remember what I did. I think my old pallets are overloading a little. Oh, there it goes. There we go. I didn't say I knew Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Close them covers. By the way, I forget to ask you and tell you. But do you use or heard of the government subsidy mod? Yeah. Grab a coffee. I grabbed a lazy man's coffee. Yeah, the government subsidy mod, sure. Or it gives you money. What about it? I went to 4 day, I think I said this, but I went to 4 day months. So then each day represents a week. 1 to 3 million per sleep. Well, then you should be you need 18 sleeps and you'll be out of debt. Right? Said 18 million? One to 3 million. It's quite a difference, though. Or if I have enough seed, am I halfway done? Probably. Till you get the ends done. I'm back. What kind of coffee you get? You get kind of like one of them Keurig. God, Keurig used to be a real big thing. I don't know. People even use the Keurigs anymore. Like a Dunkin' Donut kind of coffee. Folgers, Maxwell. You know, it sure would be Folgers. Would be slick if Giants would make a smaller planner. You know, what's the American planner? I mean, really the smallest one we got is what, this? I mean, the only one we got, really. I think I'm going to go with this 12 row is what I'm going to go with. I keep debating and getting this 8 row. But we got that 6 row. Black, no nothing, huh? You can't lift the wool pallets. I can't say I've ever done wool. No sheep. Oh no, I take that back. I did sheep in 22, but I haven't done them in 25, I guess. But yeah, probably not. They're probably saying they're too heavy. Oh, you like the big Kenzie? Yeah, that's a nice. I mean, oh, it's a good planter. Yeah, just massive, massive. Oh, you're saying, or maybe you're saying this, Kenzie. Yeah, I think Fake Farmer converted this. But I think I'm gonna go with the 12 row case planter. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, the 8 row is what you like. Yeah. I think the case one will go good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the liftable pallet mod works. I can't say I've used it. And I can't say I regularly run sheep, so I would be as of no help to that. I use the 12 row because I feel like with everything I need to run a 6 row or 12 row head. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run a 12 because I don't have a good enough 6 row planter that I want to use. I know JCL did that little case 6 row in 22, but I haven't converted it or I haven't seen it in 25 yet, and I was going to use Smebby's 6 row John Deere planter, which is super nice, but I thought, you know what, I know I'm going to need a bigger planter sooner rather than later. I mean, it don't take long and you're going to need a bigger planter when you're owning the map. So I figure, well, I'll just go with the 12 row. I hope it's not broken. I haven't actually looked at it to see if whatever kid converted it did a good job for it or not. I need to figure out how to take out the chopping function. I hate the texture at least. Is it the base game, Garinghoff? Or is it a modded Garinghoff? It's the base game, Garinghoff? It's this one? Which one? You have to. I have a modded one too. Yeah, I would think you could go in and find what functions are mulcher, but I don't know if the head is that way. Like, and maybe even more as in that what the head is classified as, to be honest with you. I couldn't find it. I'd have to look. I was like I say, it could be the function of the head at the top over an XML line of it. But I don't really know that without looking at it, so. If you know where you got the mod from, you could send me the link to that, where you downloaded it from. And I could take a look at it sometime. I don't know how quick I'll be able to look at it, but... going swimmingly well. Swimmingly. Yeah, well, I'd say we're halfway done for sure. Trying to think what my next step should be. Well, there's a cow out there in the field. Oh, did I still have that? Oh yeah, I was trying to... Oh yeah, I do have one cow. Oh, she's eating meadow. Maybe I should put a few more out there, huh? Oh, okay. I bought one when I was messing with that realistic livestock, and I thought I had sold her, but maybe I hadn't. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. Link sent its FS. Yeah. Oh yeah, Casey, I don't know if you're still here. I can see what you're saying. There are a bunch of potholes. I just looked at my... Oh, it's off the mod hub. Oh, okay. Let me take a look at it. Oh, that's a big devil. I thought it was FS. Oh, what's that website? Farming simulator or something? There's one that's real sketchy. I thought that's what it was. But it's off the actual mod hub. Let me take a peek at her quick here, fella. 12, we'll just go look at the 12. Cutter. So does cutter... No. No configurations there. Attachable power animations, cylinder, moving parts, work areas. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's the auxiliary working areas. Automatic tilt. What base game heads don't do it? Hub. Yeah. Yeah, Farm Sim 25. Yeah, that one's scooper catchy. So what do you guys think? Should I run the bunk? Or I'm really wondering if silos are going to be more my friend. Because the bunk is going to have to be packed and it's going to have to be this and that. Okay, now let's look at a base game head. Data, vehicles, case. What's ahead? 4408, 4408, cutter. Work area, I don't know, it's the same as the... Interesting. Do all of them mulch? Like, I'm looking at the 12 row. Does function name process cutter area? Process auxiliary. Chopper index 2, chopper index 2. Huh. I don't assume the 4408. The Capella doesn't do it. I assume the case header doesn't do it, right? The 4408, it doesn't chop, I don't think. That's interesting. I thought usually it would say AF11, N, Nardi, Cornheads. It's all 4408. Bring gain off. I don't think it really tells you if they mulch, does it? I was using a 12 row case head, 4412, I think it was. Huh. Yeah, I would have thought it would have said something in there. Work area would be for mulching or something, but let me look at the little case headers that I'm using. Heads 63. Cutter, yeah, it's called a cutter. Yeah, it has an auxiliary one too, huh? Cutter fruits, effects, animations. Search, mulch. Yeah, nothing for mulch. Very interesting. I'll have to look more into that pickaxe. I don't know. I would definitely have to do some more looking. Input attacher power transfer, double PTO, single PTO. Thrashing cutter. That's a good question, pickaxe. I don't see nothing. There's nothing that stands out to me that says this. That's why this is going to be this way. But How's the coffee? Good? Coffee. Waking up with Folgers. Ah, I know I probably hit my mouse. We're not gonna worry about that a little bit right there. I'm just gonna back up and continue on. Might not notice it too much. I had a Celsius the other day, and I don't tend to drink a lot of things like that. Man, was I cooked. I was like at Menards, like an hour, it's probably 2 hours later. I was like, holy smokes. This must be why people drink these things. Oh, I guess I could turn that off. That would probably redo it, wouldn't it? I think you can do that like right here. Let's turn that off. Deact, no. I do know, I see. I think you can toggle it. Disable row shutoff. Right shift R. Okay. Let's see what that does. Might be onto something there. Oh yeah. I think that did work. Let's just spin around and do this in one pass. Right here. I can't tell. Right shift R. I assume it's good then, right? Disable row shutoff. Yep, I think maybe you're onto something there, fella. I had a C4 this fall, sort of like a Celsius, so it's fairly sure I was having a heart attack for the next 3 hours. Yeah, I drank that Celsius because we were driving. I was going to get a set of dual rims for my international, and I stopped at the gas station and I was like, oh, I mean, there was a whole section. I mean, there was, I don't know, 8 cans in a row, and there was probably like 6 rows of these things, and I was like, you know, I've heard people talk about these. I'll just try one. And I drank it and drove down there. It was like 40 minutes there, 40 minutes back. Then I got back and went to Menards, and I was standing there and I was like, I won't say I was shaking, but I was jittery as heck. I was like, oh yeah, I'm cranked up. Casey, it was crazy. But I drank like Mountain Dew it'll give me like a headache. And I wonder if it's the sugar content. I don't know. Yeah, I could feel my blood pressure in my ears. Yeah, like my eyes. It's like you can feel when my heart was pounding. Like oh man, I can. But I was also to the effect of like, man, I can see why people drink these. It really gets you like jacked up. Going over. Try it with the auto row shove. No, don't do it. It's gonna overlap the growth. Oh wow, whatever. We'll see. It's one section. Pickaxe. It's fine. It ain't no big deal. So you're saying it's going to be drilled correctly and at the angle. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not worried about it. Yeah. Yeah, I think back when I was a kid, but I never noticed it. And I want to say when I was like 16 or 17, we used to drink things called Jolt, I think is what they were called. Jolt or Volt. It wasn't Volt. I think it was Jolt. And they were like pure. I mean, you pour them out, it was just like sugar coming out of the can. And I can remember we would drink those. And it was a big can too, you know. It's probably like 40 ounces or something. And man, you would get all kinds of crazy. Oh man, it was like, holy smokes. But it was no big deal back then, you know, it was whatever. Yeah, I drink a little Celsius now and I'm just like, holy smokes. With it on, you would have had a crooked row. Oh, yeah, I'm not, whatever. It's fine. Thanks for the input though, pickaxe. I was watching Fender stream this morning when I was feeding calves, and he was like, "What time are you gonna be?" And I was like, "Probably 6 o'clock, I bet." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be in bed." Yeah, that's okay, no big deal. I did turn my dirt down too because it just felt like these tractors were making like 2 passes and they were just covered in dirt. I'm like, come on now, they don't get dirty that quick. I drink a fair bit of coffee and it doesn't do me dirty. Yeah, I almost feel like coffee is more, right? Coffee's more natural, right? Like it's gonna give you the caffeine, but it's not gonna. There's obviously really no sugar unless you put the sugar in, but. Or like something like, yeah, Celsius or C4 or Monster, whatever. I mean, they're made to just 100% get you cranked up. Right on. It's not meth. Meth in a can. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can say that for sure. It's made to just get you jacked up. Yeah, I did a whole field of corn with it off on purpose. It was actually cool with the overlap. I feel like that would be realistic. Yeah, it would be. It 100% would be. Yeah, maybe I should be drilling with it. Northern Farm Sim, good morning. Early Sunday farming stream. Nice. Or maybe you're somewhere on the planet where it's not early anymore. 7:30. Yep, it's 7:30 here. We started at 6. I also get up at like, well, this morning I got up at 3. I usually get up at 2 during the week, but today I got up at 3. And the calves are a little older, so but yeah, I usually get up at 2 to feed calves in the morning. But good morning. How are you, Northern Farm Sim fella? But you know what's weird, Kate? Like I had that drink, and I'm that Celsius, and uh, let's see, I would have had that on Tuesday. I would have had that on Tuesday, and I think Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. I was working on things at work, and I was just like, you know, I could I could go for one right now. Do it now before headlands, so looks cool. Yeah, so I did the headlands first because with the row shutoffs, obviously it'll shut off going into them, but I can 100% see what you're saying, pickaxe. Yeah, so right now, and I wanted to stream yesterday morning, but I sat down on I sat down in my chair, and I was about ready to go, and I fell asleep. I woke up an hour, well, actually it's probably more like an hour and a half later, and I was just like, yeah, it's too late. So right now, my wife goes to milk. She milks cows in the morning on the weekends, and my little boy's still asleep. So this is like the perfect time for me to stream. I will stream in the evenings, you know, if the little guy will go to sleep and I got some free time. I'm not busy doing something else. I used to always just stream at night, but I found this gives me the time to stream. Like evenings, I don't always get the time, and then I went like 6 weeks without streaming, which sucks because I like streaming. So now I was like, you know what? Let's just move it to Saturday and Sunday morning. Um, Try to keep it kind of routine, but people can rewatch it. If people don't watch it, it's fine. It's just got to kind of adjust. That's how they get you. Yep, yeah, pickaxe. Yeah, we actually increased this group. Went to 240 head of calves, and a little bit of grain farming we're doing, and then full-time farming for another fella. So yeah, we're doing all that, and we're trying to play some farm sim. I've been missing it. I love it. I mean, I love farm sim. I just like farming, I guess. You know, I like on here you can run stuff. You don't have problems. You're not gonna have broken down equipment. You're not gonna have sick animals. You're not gonna have, you know, the heartaches of real life. You can just kind of relax and farm and enjoy, you know, this older equipment or whatever. And I also like modding. I like making the stuff. I don't get to do as much as I used to. Kind of sucks, but it's just how it is. I tinker more now than I do anything. Like tinkered with this tractor and I tinkered with the 970. Um, I did get the chisel plow fixed, so it does have effects, and it does work with an AI worker now. Its AI agent was completely jacked up, so I did get that all working. He'll turn real proper and get it in the ground real nice. So I got that all working. You like the farm again? Yeah. It's so sad though. It's so hard to. There's so many people out there, and I get it from all ends of the spectrum. You know, the big guys, I get it. It's a business. They're trying to make money. I get everybody else in the world. They're trying to justify buying the equipment. But the autonomous tractors just, I don't know. They burn me because there's guys like myself, guys like Pickaxe, maybe even, you know, Casey, you know, everybody who's trying to real farm. And then here are these people and these companies building these autonomous tractors. And there's people out there that want to drive a tractor, that want to own their own land, that want to farm, but can't afford to. But we can build these tractors that don't require people, so them guys can, you know, get a few more acres, because they can't find help. But what sucks is it's not that they can't find help. It's just that I don't know. I wish there was just more people farming 500 acres, and rather than less people farming and more people farming thousands of acres. But that's just me. That's just how I want it to be. So that's what drives me nuts. Is these people want these autonomous tractors. Because there's guys like me. I mean, I would love to own 100 acres and farm it, but it's just so stinking expensive. Is running equipment? Yeah, I mean that's. Well, I tell you what, I actually like doing the logistics. Like I would have loved this to be. I'd plant the ends and then hired the FS22 and prior workers just go back and forth, and I go do something else. Maybe I go run the roller in the other field, or I get the combine ready to go shell the corn on the other side, or like I don't mind doing this, like running back and forth, but I kind of like just managing it all and getting everybody to go and. But I don't mind driving. I like driving equipment in real life a lot. I really like driving equipment. What kind of equipment are you running, Casey? You running red? Kind of, I feel like you're a little more of a red guy. You wouldn't really know it, but in real life, I'm kind of more of a green guy. I have red equipment. I kind of have a little bit of everything. Got Case, got John Deere. I mean, I guess I got International and I got John Deere. Got John Deere combined, but a Case skid loader, International tractor. I have no problem with New Hollands, like newer New Hollands, Fords. Sure. Grew up on some whites. Alice Chalmers is actually probably one of the brands I wish there was enough resources out there to run like an Alice Chalmers. They're just getting old enough that I'm not looking to buy more older equipment. Yes, I was reverting to real life. Oh, 95% Case. I did just buy a John Deere planer this spring. Stara. I think it'd be nice if you could make a living on 80 or 160 acres, raise some beef, pigs, and yep, pickaxe. But that's what stinks. Those days are gone. I don't know. I don't know that there's a way to get back to it. To be honest with you, there's just too many people that own too much land anymore. Here's the problem. Once you sell land to someone, it takes so long for that person to want to sell it again. I mean, it doesn't exchange that often. I'm not very biased, to be honest. I'm all about dealer service. Case combine this pair, everything else could be do whatever. Yeah. And see, I would say I'm more of a I like more of the John Deere combines, and that's only because I've been around them. But I would agree. We have everything. You could buy absolutely anything you want here. Kubota's, Fence. From where I live, within an hour, you can be to multiple Case dealers, multiple New Holland dealers, multiple. I mean, there's Massey Ferguson, there's Fent, there's Deere. Like I said, Kubota, McCormick's. You can buy whatever you want around here. It's really about who you get along with or who you want to get along with, basically. My wife and I have been looking at a 75 horse newer tractor, front wheel assist, loader, brand new ones, pretty much. What first really got me looking was the Massey Ferguson. My brother owns a 4710 and it's like 5 years old. It might be 6 or 7 years old actually now to come and think about it. It's been a pretty decent tractor. I'd go with one with no def and no you can go like a 4707 that has no def, no regen. But I also really like the looks of the New Hollands. Sure, the Deers look fine. I'm just, I just feel like with Deere, it's always just something more. I saw a piece of land here. It was 53 acres for the steel side shell. They want 800,000 for it. Holy smokes! Acre has a big footprint here. I have a lot of neighbors with gleaners and fence. If I couldn't get Case come by, I'd get it gleaners. Yeah, I've seen people talk about gleaners, and as much hate as gleaners get, I've seen some pretty sizable guys talk about the ease of the gleaners. They're easy to work on. The price is dramatically different, but still are a very competitive combine. Defense obviously is a whole nother level in all aspects. Tractors, combines. The tractors is crazy the amount of money and options and stuff you can get in them. It's wild. I would definitely try a Fent, but I don't have. Number one, there's just not that many used Fents around, and two, to buy a new one, they're so crazy expensive. So I demoed a Massey planer tractor combo this spring. It wasn't for 8350, I think. High speed planer. So that's a white planer? Or no, they're now Massey planers. I think they dropped the white name, right? It's just a Massey planer. So it was an 8 series 350. I don't know. I think some of the new Massey tractors look pretty darn. I think they look slick. Oh, it wasn't for me. Is that what you were saying? You didn't like it? Yeah, I've never. I mean, we have that 47. My brother has that 4710, but it might be in large tractors. Yeah. Oh, that's a 9 series. So you're saying an 8 series Massey? Oh, that's an S7, 7S. Maybe they don't make an 8S. 9S, 285. Like, I don't think these tractors look bad. Not knocking them. Just didn't fit me. Yep. No, it's gotta, you know, everybody's different. Everybody's different. I know the guys that praise the white planers, and there's guys that absolutely hate the white planers. So what kind? Oh, you run a John Deere planer? Is that what you said? Like a 1775 or like a 1760? I run a 7000 4.0. Beautiful machine. I'm actually looking to upgrade the sensors in the monitor. I don't have them. The monitor I use now just has the blinky lights, and they're very, very faulty. So yeah, I talked to Shoop, and they say they sell like a monitor and stuff. Be about, I think it was like $1,000, or maybe it was 750. I forget. But I was thinking about upgrading that so I actually can tell if I'm planting, rather than just hoping at the end when I lift up that yeah, there's something coming out of each row. Well, I like the planter overall, but you can't beat Deere's new brush belt system. There's no dead drop in the seed breed. It's zero bounce. This is just bought a 1770 24 row high speed. Attaboy. Is that what everybody runs? They're like 24 row planters. I guess that's just the next step bigger. Like a lot of guys around here run a 16 row planter. And that's mostly, I think, because it still fits in some of the small fields, but it can also cover some acres when you get into the bigger fields. You know, we're talking bigger fields like 80 acres, 100 acres. That's a big field around here. For you, probably, that's a section, probably. Which is what, 640 acres or something like that? We couldn't fathom a field that big. Like one of the fields the guy helped farms is 280 acres. It is two different fields. I forget what's on one side, like maybe 140 acres on one side. And I don't know, maybe there's more than that on one side. Yeah, maybe there's like 170 on one side. And that is a massive field. I mean, it's around here, that's a big field. Yes, a lot of 60 footers here. We have bigger fields. Rated a 1255 16 row off for it. Cited, but I do have 400 plus acre fields. Dang, that's farming. That is farming, my guy. They are starting to piece a lot of fields together around here. I mean, there used to be a lot of 80-acre farms, and you know, so now they were 80-acre fields, but they're all just getting pieced together. So you don't make 200. So what's like a good year? Like if you're making corn, if you're playing corn, and it's like oh man, this is a good year. Doesn't have to be a record-breaking year, but a good year. Like what are you making? Like 180? What you guys need is some of this manure. That's why we get 250 plus bushel corn. We pump all this manure on the ground. That's probably not always so great, but that's why all our corn does do good. I mean, if you knew the loads and loads and loads of manure that got put on. I mean, fellas, we're about done with this field. 180, 200 bushel. We just run out of heat most years. Yeah, you probably plant a lot shorter corn too. Like I think I planted 112 or 14 day corn this year. You're probably planting what, more like a 90-day corn? I didn't know if you guys ran out of moisture. I know like Dairy Deer's out of like what, like Washington State, I think. And I know he says I forget how many inches of rain they get in a year's time. It's like nothing. Boop, 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 boop. Well, we might need a little bit more fertilizer for down on this end. It's gonna be real close. Yeah, we're definitely never gonna get this jag done with as much fertilizer as we got. Might have to get a little bit more seed as well. Yes, 88 to 93 is my range. It can get dry here, yes, but our biggest factor is just heat units. Yeah, can you get dry corn? Can you get corn under 20? Or are you drying everything? I mean, around here, there's guys that can get by without any drying systems. I mean, it's now, people are starting to get drying systems, and I think it's more size factor that farms are getting big enough that I need the window from the beginning to the end of planting corn, so kind of wonder if I don't go get seed first. Oh, totally macked that. Feed grinder. It'll be alright. Hot marker, column launcher too. We need a little bit more seed on the truck. We're not going to add any seed until we last year we gotten it down to 17, 18 feet. Nice. Usually always gotta dry some, yeah. Yeah, this year got pretty dry around here, which is kind of unusual, but wouldn't want to drive around with our shaft out like that, but we're just gonna do it. Okay, oh, I forgot, we gotta open the right shift in, right shift in. There we go. She's full. Okay, Bacchus Rigaroni's up. Oop, 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 trees. What kind of truck guy are you, Casey? GM, Ford, Dodge, Yoder? I don't know why we got more than one cow out there, but couple more rounds. I think I might end the stream after we get these rounds done. That'd be about 2 hours of streaming. I'm starting to get a little hungry already. But I guess when you've been up for 5 hours, you know, it's time to get get a little hungry. A good mix of everything. Ram, GM, Ford, we have them all. Geo trackers, you name it. But nothing you prefer, nothing you don't like one over the other, which is probably a decent thing. I always said if I won the lottery, I would just buy one of each and just beat them up and see which one lasts the longest. I think your GMs are definitely in my opinion, they're the more high end of your truck. Ford's your more affordable high end truck, I think. And Dodge is just, I knock Dodge. They would be a great work truck, but they are definitely not a truck, a longevity truck. The Cummins sure is a great motor, but the Duramax is a great motor as well. I've had a Duramax. The Ram is, they just fall apart. I've seen so many of them. Seems like even the new ones, the lights. My brother-in-law bought one new. I don't even know what year it was, 2018 or 2020 or something. The lights were the same as a 2000 model. I mean, they would dim. You turn the blower fan motor on, and it would, dim the lights. And it just seemed like they have that problem. Then they get wiring problems, or they get rust quick. And that's why I always knock the Dodges. The Cummins is a good motor. As a kid, I always wanted the Cummins, but nowadays, I wouldn't waste my money on them. Alright, well, we got that all done. So I think I'm going to pull this up in here. Probably pull it up by the shop. Oh, came around that a little quick. I didn't even need to turn. I mean to go straight here. I think get the bush hog out here doing a little bit better job. But yeah, I think I'm going to end her there for this morning. Appreciate you guys from across the seas in Australia if you're still watching, and on the local guys. A wood texture that looks like metal siding, sure. But yep, I appreciate you guys all for watching. We'll see if we get something during the week. If not, we'll see you guys next weekend. Have a great week, a happy new year, and we'll see you in the next one.